Okay, sorry about that. I had to run to the store real fast. So, how this works is let's go back here. Let's press this. I was thinking about it. The knife was apparently stolen, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Actually, I think I pressed this already. I wasn't sure. Yeah, it was. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Tell me more about this detective killed. On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. We just arrested him. Okay, yeah, I'm clicking through this because as I read this... Okay, now I get a chance to ask... That's right, now he's going to ask me another question. But now, we asked how he was killed, that gave us that. Tell us where the victim was found. Give us a little more answers. Here, a little more info. I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room in the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Well, yeah, standing next to you, who wouldn't be? Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Huh. So let's press this, since it is officially linked. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had written down the numbers on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. As we get the silent treatment. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you just deduced right there. Chief, I requested you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? So we'll press this. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. How about his ID number? How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 541-829. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. Let's check something here. How is that the same number? Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning, it has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? That's a good question. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? That it's our victim's ID number. Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh-ho! Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto! Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what, exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. It started with 82. I've forgotten. You even got the first number wrong! Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright! What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed at the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. Which explains our intro when we saw 2 people stabbing somebody. That's impossible. So what you're saying is the same person was killed at the same time? In a completely different location? Order! 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 Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret. Fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare... We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news? That's right, and you sent him away. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! It was the crazy guy. With the salute that goes nuts and almost stabs himself in the eye. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got a report. I got your report, sir. So yeah, they did try and tell him. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right in... Wow, they actually spelled that wrong. Written right on the top of the report. Gah! That's what you get for not looking at it, Edgy. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. This is a setup. It's gotta be. But sir! You could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then God, stop staring like that, for shit's sake. No such luck this time, worthy. Or should I say unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, rule number 2. New evidence may only be submitted if it concerns the case on trial. And how is this relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? If I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I'm just doing my job. No. No! Poor Edgy. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. You're becoming a thorn in my side, Worthy. There have been rumors. After all, you were in the defendant's chair just last year. Give the guy a break. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. We'll grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will this be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Holy crap. They're really stringing Edgeworth out to dry. Alright, save. Okay. Mr. Wright, so, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? Well, Wright, as far as we know, they were claiming Honest Guy killed Bruce Goodman in the parking lot at 5:15. Then apparently at the same time, also being stabbed, was Bruce Goodman in the evidence room of the police department down like 30-something minutes away. So somehow the same guy was killed twice at the same time at 2 different locations. My theory is doppelganger. There. The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot, and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Would you mind coming with me? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. So here we are back at the lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Of course it was our victim who was killed at the department. And my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister, erasing evidence at a crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood stains or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that thing is luminol testing fluid. Luminol reveals a present, will reveal blood if it was there at all. Even if it was washed away, unless it was washed away with like bleach or something, luminol will still pick up a trace of blood. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Right. This is the police department that's almost wrongfully convicted how many people and has completely botched this entire case and is trying to pin it on Edgeworth? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. That's good advice. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of these things? Infrared glasses. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Touch the screen to spray it on. Spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Now this, of course, is another thing they added for the touchscreen. Basically, like she just did, touch wherever on the screen and you spray luminol. So we're going to go back here to the back of the car and spray. And look at that. Got some bloodstains there. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So is this a bloodstain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Hey, give her a little break. Some people don't like seeing blood. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? Maybe that there's so little of it? The amount of blood. The perpetrator, Detective Goodman, fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It's strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more bloodstains than this. Hey, Mr. Wright? See how I'm marking up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah. That's very useful information to have. I saved up my allowance to buy this. Yeah, I'm sure it was really expensive. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. And we'll drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? This luminol stuff is going to come in handy. Ha! Well, hello there. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Probably wouldn't react at all, and would make it inedible. Miss Starr! You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you do. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. I mean, it's only a day old, so it's fine. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that I wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand! That's unforgivable! Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw a Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph is something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They'd babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. Yes, that's why you have at least 3 boyfriends. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of the suspect after suspect, and before long they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Or fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9. Now, where have we heard that before? Wait, she doesn't mean... Alrighty. We're not done with you yet, woman. What do you think about this? SL9 incident. On that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? And that unlocks... apparently nothing. Okay. No. Let's show her the knife. What do you think about this? SL9 incident. On the knife, the note, Goodman. Okay, then why isn't she telling us? Today's trial, Detective Starr. Okay. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? We found this ID card here in the parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's, but it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Well, could you take a look at this? You! Yes? You said you wanted some hot... Oh, this again. Pre-infused Elise, yada yada yada. We saw this already. Maybe there really isn't anything else. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? And climbed the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder? That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You were lying. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time. Maybe that gives us something. There we go. Now we got it. That's when I learned the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? 2 years ago. It was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So let's see here. We got Miss Starr, Marshall, what the hell is he doing there? And Goodman. And I can't really see who's at the bottom because of the text box. Some other guy in a cowboy hat. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary. It was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Over 2 years? Doesn't it usually take longer than that? Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not even a little. What? But the criminal was executed, right? Evidence of a sort. Made-up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? Yeah, that seems to be the case, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happened a lot in our system, unfortunately. The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Well, that explains why Marshall's a patrolman now. Myself, and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Officer Jake Marshall. He's on security detail in the police department, isn't he? As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell! There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. You mean boy toys. Miss Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? More than 3, that's for sure. Just when the detectives on the case have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? Hot damn, I'll take one of those. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Ah, okay. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall. Is he your, are you his... Are you going out... Or going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Alright, we've gotten all we can out of her. Let's move on. Where? How about the police department entrance? It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed in her own department. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got from at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Wait a minute. The blue badger is still writhing. Okay, he is moving around. It just didn't look like it. Yeah, there it goes. I love the little tune. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Still, props to Gumshoe for actually doing that. That takes work. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out these batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Yes, he's going to come to life and kill someone. Actually, the way things have been going with this case, that might be possible. Alright. Let's go in. What in the hell did we just walk into? There's a lasso, a skull, cow skull, or longhorn skull, whatever. A Dalmatian cowboy hat on a cactus. It's a stupid place for it. Cactus. Bottle of whiskey was my guess here. That kind of looks like a wine bottle. Some Western cover things. I can't remember what. Ponchos? No. Not quite. Anyway. We've definitely come to Jake's office. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So, beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime. Nick, you've been in there before. You went in there for your last case. You were in there with Maya. You found evidence on the DL6 incident, and then went back there again and were attacked with Von Karma. That's where he stole it all. So you've been in there before. Sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. So imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is the guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who the guard is already. This guard is already. It's kind of obvious. Alright. Let's take a look here. Let's examine that. Yipes, that sure is prickly. It must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. This cactus is a lot like my sister, actually. Your sister's a cactus? She has thorns? Miss Sky? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with thorns pointing in every direction. Just like her. You know, I've been looking at this cactus a while now, and I don't see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Alrighty. Whoops. The lasso? Look, on the floor. A lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's why the room is still perfectly set up. You sure have an active imagination. How about this door? This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it's more of a yarg myself. Alright, can we look at the computer? Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. That's good to know. No? Monitors. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. Oh wait, no, same thing. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? That's what I said. A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie! Poochie? Isn't that the dog from Yoshi's Island? The one you have to stand on and face in a direction to have him run in that direction? It's really hard to control. I always had him running in the lava. In pits. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. So I guess it was a poncho. It's poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Alright, let's see if we can go in. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Alright. Let's go back out. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please! Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe! Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Steak lunch, rather. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Poor Gumshoe. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, pal. Pal? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed in the police department? And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who is it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch, pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. And now he's gone. Wait! Don't leave! If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later! He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Let's see if we can catch him. Nope, guess not. Unless... No. Alright, looks like we're going to the detention center. I thought we could catch Gumshoe and give him the lunch. Criminal affairs? Wow, everyone looks deadly serious in here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective in this department after all. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. I want to check out the crime scene here. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us with much either. Department Detention Center. Let's talk to Miss Sky. Or Lana, rather. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Ow! What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying! Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir! That's what I'd say! Oh, God. What happened to his hand? Oh, hi, greetings, sir! Wait, I know who you are. Yep, he's the eccentric guy from yesterday. Of course, I didn't notice his hand first. Officer Meekins, so you're the guard at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. I'm like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't... Is he? You, Officer Meekins. You didn't... Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir! God damn, this guy's eccentric. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Alright, Meekins, tell me what's up. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir! Why did they let him keep that megaphone? Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard office in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir. Because the evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yow, wow, 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 wow. Good job. What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the other one. and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. And your hand? Would that happen when Detective Goodman was stabbed? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then I looked down. My hand was gushing blood. I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a persecutor or victim, sir, then label me the victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on this total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Alright. Let's see what he knows about this. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir, that's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacted to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Hey, why do you have that? That's from the day it was taken at the prosecutor's office. The day that Detective Goodman's body was found in the trunk. So this means I'm a free man, innocent. If this is a dream, sir, then I hope I never wake up. If this is a dream, you'd better wake up right now. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir, really sorry. I don't think there's anything else to press him on. Alright, I think we got all we can out of him. No. Come on, there. Alright. Let's go back to the parking lot. Oh wait, no, it's you. Where to go? I don't think there's anything back here at the office. Nope. What to do? Well, where should we begin? Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, that thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see, we should go back to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. Not properties. Wanted a court record, I want to move. That doesn't go anywhere. What the hell? Can I get in there now? No. Okay, there's nothing to examine. No, I just came from here. Although... Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, that's it. Okay. I have to go back up there. I just gotta find out how to get there. Jesus, Chief of Police is right about that. Yeah, someone in the police department doesn't like Edgeworth, apparently. Okay, yeah, I completely spaced on that. Alright, so we're gonna go to the underground parking lot, and from here to the High Prosecutor's office. There we go. Well, this place is certainly tidy today, and it will be tidy tomorrow, too. Incidentally, he's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. No, we're gonna do some examining. What's that on his desk? Oh, ah, damn it. No, can't get anything there. But this, I'm sure, will trigger Gumshoe to be back. I bet you this triggers Gumshoe. Let's see. Sorry, my nose is... Once again, allergies acting up as I'm trying to do this. Damn things. Alright. No. Or do I have to examine the badger again? Well, we're doing it. Getting a minute of mouth dancing. Da, 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 da. What about these people? Patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. Answer me! How many figures do you see? I'm sorry, I don't know. Well, that's 20 for the left and nowhere near that for the right. What? Get glasses, officer. That wasn't a salute. It was an eye test. They make a good pair. Alrighty, criminal affairs. No. Jeez. Rage. Did you have something new to say? No, of course not. Nothing new here. Unless, hang on. I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just want you to look at it. That's it, sir. Last night. No, it's not. Okay. Not getting anything else out of him. Edgeworth come back, maybe? No. I swear there's something... Other than the dumb sign, we examined something here. Apparently not. Not examine. I wanted to move, but I hit the wrong thing by mistake, like an idiot. Nope. Can't check the wall, it just goes right to the evidence room. Do 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 do. Where can I go from here? Darn it, that's not where I wanted. That must be the head detective. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room? Tell no one outside the police department. No! I told that old lady at the restaurant. I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Someone's getting a demotion. These are the detective desks. Their computers and have files on each one. Funny. They're a lot older than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know. The serial killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room would be cleared, sealed shut. This is good. I'll win the writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. Now where the hell do I go? I don't know just what I need to do. Sorry for all the silences here. I'm really just trying to think of where to go. Alright, so, did some thinking. As you remember, I've been running around like an idiot trying to figure out where to go. But I think our old buddy Meekins has something that could help us here. So let's see, because I don't think I presented everything to him. Let's try this. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! That's what? My head was blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card! That card was the cause of it all! This ID card? Exactly, sir! That's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir! Nothing! Yeah, sorry about the, siren. Yeah. Excuse me. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Jeez, man, don't push too hard, you'll explode. Or your ass will fall out or something. That's not good. Just relax. I mean, it's reasons like this that you're supposed to chew your food. Anyway, after showing him that, the crime details changes, so let's talk to him. Oh good, he lightened up. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir! That's what I've been trying to tell you! So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! What? Sir, I assure you I was flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you! My own father's words, sir! I don't think that's quite how it goes. Though I do actually, now that I read that, I think that's what J.R. Ewing said as well. The late J.R. Ewing, I should say. Well, what happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. Why'd they arrest you? So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim whom he met at the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir! That's what I wanted to say! That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime! My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out! It's there! It's me! It's on tape! And you wait till now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir! I'll hand over my badge! I don't deserve it! No thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Okay, now we can head back over to the security room. And Carmano should be over there. What, is something going on here too? Hey, Mr. Wright! Look who's standing at the head detective's desk. It's Chief Gant. Are you sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. Most likely totally perfect. We checked the drawers, the lockers, the garbage cans, the coat pockets, the pillowcases, behind the computer monitors, the coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir! We'll scour the place again, sir! The head detective looks a little flustered. Ah, ha, ha! Right on, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Kent, reporting for duty, sir! Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? He does seem a bit intimidating. Is this supposed to be like a name badge or something? Or an ascot, maybe? Kinda looks like the head of Rob the Robot. You robot murderer! Damn you, Gendo! Tell me about Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, we've had no end of trouble with the boys this last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having one of our top people sitting in the defendant's seat. Now, you got someone else found guilty in Now, you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. I mean, it happened at exactly the same time. The murder at the prosecutor's office. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, the more I look at him, the more I want to give him Maximilian Pegasus' voice. Or, James from Pokemon. It's the same guy. Unfortunately, I can't do it. I don't think I can do it very well. Alright, this should be interesting. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the head detective's trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Oops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the head detective to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. I don't think I can get him to tell me anything more. Well, let's show him the ID. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Oh, sorry, Righto. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there. The busy one. The guy who can't sit still. Does he mean Detective Gunshoe? Either him or the Dancing Blue Badger. Alright, tell me about this damn incident. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Ah, same damn thing. Yeah, he says the same thing here, too. I'm pretty sure you show him something to get him to open up. Hold on, back up. Just spray him with the damn thing. Who cares? Want the lunch? Okay, he's got nothing. Where can I go from here? I gotta go out front. No, he's not there. Security guard office. Oh, come on. Where the hell is this guy? Yeah, we tried that already. And, of course, the thing's recording. Okay, so now I guess we gotta find Gumshoe. That or there's something else I gotta show this idiot. Wait, hold on. Maybe this will get him to pop out. Blue Badger is still writhing around today. Do 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 do. Yeah. Can I take out? Yeah, we. Okay. So that didn't do anything. Alright, underground parking lot. No. Nothing from you. Up here? No. Back here? I didn't think so. I don't think Meekins can tell us anything more either. Alright, go to criminal affairs again. I do like his music, though. Hold on. No. Okay, so there really is nothing else then. Still, I'm just throwing everything at him to make sure it's nothing goofy. Yeah, I already tried the switchblade knife, and the luminol, and the lunch. I didn't try that, though. No. Okay. Showing him all evidence. Well, hold on. There was one... Damn it, no. There's one piece of evidence I didn't show him. Nope. And I think Meekins is giving us all he can. Show him the knife. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. And I got everything I need out of you because I didn't get any new evidence. So we gotta find Gumshoe. And we know he's not up here, even though... What the hell was it? Let's see him in his desk or something. Maybe he pops out. Yeah, we know. Gumshoe's most likely the one who polishes the desk for Edgeworth. Okay. So he's not here. We know he's not there. He's got to be out front here. Let's examine these idiots. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Oh, come on, Wright, that was mean. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. Really, Emma? She has a point. Police sketches are usually pretty good, though. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow, the thought fails to excite me. Alright, let's go inside. Let's talk to him about this again. Do I have to examine? What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not! Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on is February 21st. I'll make a note of that, just in case. I should probably get a quick look around the crime scene. Okay, now I think I can check that out. But first I want to look at that. Whoops. No! Sorry. Half-written document. Name Bruce Goodman. ID 5. Yeah, that is weird. Let's see if what happens if I present this to him. Same thing. Alright, time to go look at the crime scene. Of course, you can only get there from the department entrance. Hang on. No. No, that's not gonna work. What the hell? I doubt Meekins will know of this. Yeah, he doesn't know. And Edgeworth, I don't think he's gonna be there. Or anyone, for that matter. Nope. Would you have any clue? Any idea what he could have lost? No. Oops. No, I didn't do anything. See, he wants to look at the damn crime scene. And we can't get into there, so the only other damn crime scene to look at is in the parking lot. But I'm pretty sure we looked all over there. Well, what the hell. February 21st. Yeah. We don't know. Although... Whoops. February 21st. That's the same date of the incident. Well, let's look around, I guess. Is this gonna do anything? No. Hang on. Oops. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know. The killer used a cassette tape. And what a crafty trick. That gunshot was a fake. This is good. No one will expect a cassette tape in this day and age. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. you tell me anything else? Sorry to see that. What exactly did you conclude? Garbage trash, so there's nothing left. Of course not, except for that. And we got, that gave us that. Ah. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Uh-oh. Now, Wright. Now, Phoenix Boy. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Phoenix Boy, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50 no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. And now he's gone. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we've got to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Well, she's only 16. Maybe she likes to jump on bandwagons. Anyway, now we can finally get into this damn room. Now, hold on, I gotta examine the door. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off. See? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partner. Well, what's made my Bambina's skies so gray? There he is. Carmano himself. But Officer Marshall! Somehow I knew. What's that somehow I knew look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little dogies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. I got a funny feeling. I was wondering if we could talk to you? Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wild prairie. Like a gunslinger loading a six-shooter, I say a little prayer. What the hell was that? What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Okay, that should be the same damn thing. So, he's the one we give the steak lunch to. You'd think it was Gumshoe, but I kind of figured it'd be this guy. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask anything, snack. Finally, it seems like. He's willing to talk. Alright, now he'll talk to us. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take the machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals, too. I know what maybe the two of you... I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekin mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card passed through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that number somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I could prove that the record is tied to the stabbing. Wait, why did I give Phoenix a southern accent? Anyway. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the police station. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Alright, now how do I prove... Wait, go back. I'll show him this badge. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us the ID number on that ID card's record. There it is. He went in. His card was used to go in at 5:14. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So he asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? It's a good question. Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Alright, so now we have the record. We only know one of the numbers, though. We don't know the other four. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Alright, I think that's everything we need to show him. Actually. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither Wild nor West here. Aha! But that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? Huh, I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Let's show him the knife. Yeah, damn. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I guess... Alright. Let's finally go in the evidence room. Wow. Alright, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really looks kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Gumshoe! There you are! Eek! Wow! I think she slapped him. Or she fainted. So sorry, I thought you were a ghost. Poor Gumshoe. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Yeah. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police can't. Will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day? Well, guess what? You got permission from the chief, so you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Okay, we got the evidence room floor plans. Yeah, that'll come in handy. Alright, Gumshoe. Tell us what's up. So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using our findings from yesterday's investigation to prepare for the trial. In other words, Detective Gumshoe got kicked out of the investigation again. Poor guy. And I'm pretty sure it's only because he's good friends with Edgeworth. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. And in my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too? You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I am a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee, right? So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess-up in the court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using this ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yes, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint. Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. And that's the only locker we can open. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap! You get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Well, that's good to know. Alright, now let's show him, since Nick mentioned showing it to other people with IDs, this. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? The second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? Well, this opens things up. Okay, now we have that updated. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Shit. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing! That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. In other words, that's the wrong evidence. You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. So it's L-shaped. Well, that's easy enough. Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Okay, now will you talk to me about it? Thank you. It was something like that. Now, that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? Well, they did say that switchblade knife was the murder weapon, so I guess that means it was a murder, Nick. A serial killing. Oh, wow, good one. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved with this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. It started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Alright, let's look around. What's sticking out of this locker? It's been bugging me. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat, either. Will you stop picking on him? If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. What's this stuff? Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Alright, what's over here? This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. I guess I should have known. Hey pal, our security is high-tech around here. Alright, let's look at these. This place is stuffed... wait. Okay. Alright, moving along. What's up here? Nothing. Alright, here's the crime scene. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Take the gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some sort of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Check it out closer. I wonder what the shape of these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Alright, here we go with another puzzle. Now, thankfully it's kind of easy. You keep switching pieces, and when you think you got one... No, that's not right. Or is it? No. Okay. No. Okay. I see, that's right. You can see here, it's outlining this red line. So what you want to do is you want to look at the edges of the pieces here by scrolling around, and when you find one that matches that red line, you rotate it so that's on the bottom, or rather facing what you're looking for, and then hit combine. So right now we're looking for kind of a jagged shape. And I think we just found it. There we go. Now it turns. Alrighty, now... Actually, we're set, because this is the next piece. See how it gets... Wait. No, this is the next piece. It kind of looks similar here, but it's not it. Unless... Let's try it. No. Okay, we're just curious. I don't think this is it either. No. Whoops. Oh, that's all the pieces. What have we here? No. Looking for... There we go. Alrighty, now this one goes in. Lined up nicely for us. Okay, now we're looking for this edge. And of course, whatever might fit into there. And I believe it's this. Hold on, let me rotate it again. No, I'm wrong. It's funny because I'm actually really good at puzzles. Ah, here we go. Wait a minute. I think it's this. No, wait. Ah, here we go. We're getting warmer. Now we gotta look at here at this top thing. Also, my emulator's lagging a bit, but That's because the DS emulator doesn't like my computer very much, but thankfully it's been okay for this replay. So, we're looking for... goes flat, digs, and then that. Well, it's not that. It's not that. Wait a minute. Haha! So what the hell is this? Well, actually, looking at it, it looks like some kind of vase. Not quite. I think that's it there. And now this big hunk... Look for the bottom here. Then we got that. Well, this is the only piece left, so we just gotta make it fit. And there we go. There we go, now it picked up. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. That only took me 2 minutes to do. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Alright, we got the jar now. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's look at the locker. Look, this one's open, and there's an indicator tag stuck on it still. That locker is coated with Detective Goodwin's fingerprint. Detective Goodwin's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. What's this hanging on the tape? Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. Stop picking on Gumshoe. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It doesn't have a tag on it. So there's another rubber glove. Now, we already looked at these, so I don't think it's going to give us any more. Yeah, we got the jar. 2 things that bother me. 1, why are some of the pieces missing? 2, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. What's with the plaster? What is a saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time. Wait, what? True art has always been a war against oppression. Okay, what? It's getting all mystical on us. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? In the evidence room? Alright. Let's talk to them about the Badger, actually, since we just mentioned it. This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony, but there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. So they took the Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful? I toiled night and day. I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Can you? That doesn't make any sense. It's standing on the side of the road dancing by itself. Okay. Let's show him what we just found. Allow me to say one thing speaking of... Oh, wait, no. Okay. Darn it. Okay, court record. Let's examine the jar. Maybe there's... Oh, wait a minute. There's blood on this jar. Uh-huh. Hey, look here. It's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain here. That and a bunch of little dots. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodwin's blood somehow got on it when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. Hope this isn't Chris's sandwich. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Game definitely doesn't like this vase, or jar, or whatever the hell it is. What the? Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom! That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? Well, if you're selling lemonade on the side of the street, and you could have a bottomless mug policy. Basically, you hold the mug, when it's got no bottom of it, you hold it over the pitcher, and then... No, wait, hold on. You have, okay. Yeah, you hold it over the pitcher, and then you have, with a big ladle, you dip it in there. It's sort of like a punch bowl at a party. And then you pour the lemonade into the mug. But since there's no bottom in the mug, it just all goes right back into the punch bowl or the lemonade bowl, and you're good. You don't lose any lemonade, and the customer, well, doesn't get anything and gets pissed, but hey, you don't have to make more lemonade. At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? Alright, so we got a bottomless jar we have nothing to know nothing about, and a rubber glove. Let's see. The tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What? Are we playing a word game now? Words with friends. Alrighty, what else we got? Anything on the inside of this? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like anything on the fingers either. Yeah, we looked at the tag already. Okay. Let's ask about the SL9 incident again. It was a serial killing, but we don't know anything else other than that. That and the fact that it was Edgeworth's big case, and that's when the rumor mill started. No, not switchblade knife, I bet ever. Aww. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. Just what kind of a world do you think we live in? A pretty shitty one, honestly. Alright. We have a lot of new evidence now. None of which well, let's show him the jar. Maybe he knows something about it. Okay, so nothing on that. Nope, okay. Just to be thorough. Well, the badger's back. Then again, he's been back. Alright, let's go talk to Edgeworth. Actually, is there anybody in there? No. Off we go to talk to Edgeworth. Once I remember where to go. Or not. Wait, doesn't she have an ID? Can you take a look at this? Nah, that didn't work. Actually, let's go to the let's show it to Meekins. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Or not. I guess the only one we were supposed to show that to was Edgeworth. Gumshoe. Okay, then we obviously weren't done in the evidence room. I just didn't know what else to look at. And he's done talking to us, unfortunately. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got recently. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. Yeah, we saw that already. And indicator tag still on it. Oh, I didn't even see that. What's this? Blood! It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use your testing fluid to check it out. Yeah, how could I miss that? Oh, damn it. That didn't do anything. Well, I guess I gotta... I gotta find the right thing to check for blood. So we'll look down here. Alrighty, let's look at this locker. See, I don't know how to get her to use the damn spray. I'm pretty sure you just have to find the right place to use it. Let's look at this. That's Gumshoe's thing. Oh, how about you just press the spray button, dummy? Alright, so we'll definitely check that. Hello. Nice blood stain there by the jar. There must have been a massive amount of blood here. I've never seen so much before. I'm not a professional, but what's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien! This proves that something really happened in front of the locker. This locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked! I knew it! This is someone's right handprint! What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker, it's mine! It's yours? Please, you have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective! Okay, I think that's all the blood. So let's talk to Gumshoe. No. Maybe there's actually, maybe there's... Let's check here, too. Aha! Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was it something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give them my report for the day. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he could use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Well, that's our cue. So let's go talk to Edgeworth. We'll leave Carmano here at his post. If I'm saying his name wrong, I'm sorry. It's either Cormano or Carmano. Somebody will point it out. Underground. Here we go. Ah! The hell is he doing here? Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. He looked troubled. Ah, it's you. Is the hotel bringing him tea service? Hang on a sec. And I didn't pause the video. Good job, Adam. Oh well. Anyway, had to help Jess with laundry real quick. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? Precisely. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh yes, he brought me some information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. I think the report is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think the whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Alrighty. First we'll talk to him. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Well, that's better than, concealing evidence. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently, there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Alright, first things first. We're going to present him, this. Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went to the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. By the Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence is already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of a case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make some note of it. Unrelated evidence. Oh, we have a screwdriver. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Okay, how about this? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Okay. How about this damn jar? Same thing. Rubber glove. Alrighty, find the floor plans. No. Locker? No. Let's check this screwdriver. Tag says AI-16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edwards said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows, this might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Yeah, there's nothing funny about this screwdriver. Let's present it anyway. No. Did I show the locker? Yeah, I did. Okay. Do I have to present this again? Okay, I got the same reaction. And that gave us the screwdriver. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if I had to show it again and get a different thing. Alright, the switchblade. I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life, as I recall. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Oh, finally, we're gonna hear about this damn incident. A bad memory. He's talking about the murder of the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then. He was the best we had, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? You still working on that scientific investigation? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this. Fingerprint powder. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprint set. Yay. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Alright, back to the evidence room we go. Shit. Hey, she's gone. Wonder where she disappeared to. He's gone too. Where the hell is everybody? Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will leave behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. It looks like the index finger. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. That one. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? Just touch the screen. See? Uh-oh. This could be interesting. Looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? You just blow with your breath. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. Okay, we gotta press around a lot here. Now, I don't know how this is gonna work, so... That's what I was afraid of. Okay, hang on. I gotta go up here and I gotta configure my microphone. Sound settings. Microphone settings. Internal noise sample. This. Okay. I'm not doing a TAS, so... Maybe I gotta restart it after doing that. So hold on a sec. Let me close that real quick, and now I gotta reopen it. Damn it, I was afraid of that. Control config. Alright, we'll do this. Use the microphone sample. What do you mean unable to read the sample? Damn your ass. Now, I think... Ah, here we go. Okay, microphone will be... we'll go with M. There we go. Okay, that did it. Aha, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left his handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. What's right there? Seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. See if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Let's try that. Alrighty, we'll click around here. And... voila! Yeah, your print's so clear, it's dazzling. Now, of course, yeah, as she said, normally on your DS you would just blow into the microphone and blow it off. But of course, playing it on an emulator, I had to fiddle. Anyway, it's dazzling. Anyway, the print took a lot of effort to find. This print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to do that? To know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So, whose fingerprints would we most likely find on the evidence locker? This evidence locker. Unfortunately, I'm sure it's Detective Gumshoe. Yep, it's a match. He did say it was his locker. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Alrighty, so now we head back over here. And we're gonna examine here. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me! Anyway, we must try to find the prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Alright. Let's look here. Lay it on nice and thick. Hey, look at that! We got a print. Just for shits and giggles. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, it's not him. How about Goodman? No, that doesn't look right. Wait a minute now. Haha! Look at that. Hey, these fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Marshall? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. These are decisively different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued. Alright, that should wrap up the investigation. Now let's back to the courtroom. This is going to be fun. Lobby number 1. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time, and a different suspect was arrested at the other crime scene. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't see capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. So basically, if she confesses if she comes up with a cockamamie reason for the simultaneous murder, they won't kill her. So they say. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky, we discovered traces left by a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. You found Officer Marshall's traces? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach criminal affairs from the prosecutor's office. The victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Yeah, it's called bullshitting. I'm pretty good at it. Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Ooh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Oh God. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir! I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir! My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir! Really? So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir! It was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again! You've got to believe me, sir! Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is, Sir! I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir! A person whose actions adults can't comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgewood, sir, help me, sir! Officer Meekins. Yes, sir! Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am but part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir! You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.